pleased to be in your presence. Otherwise, to all of you budding geniuses who are here, and of course have many of you fruitful careers already, and those of you who are choosing to move forward. Can I firstly thank IET for the support that it gives, not just to women, but obviously to those who are pursuing a career of which STEM education is critical. So thank you very much for the warm welcome. Can I also acknowledge the success of the women in fields of science, technology, engineering, maths and medicine. There are others, of course, who are starring already in entrepreneurship, and the organising committee has been keen to promote women, as Gail pointed out, in business. And all three businesses involved in the catering for this evening, I'm told, are all women companies, so there's a great plus as well, especially on World Environment Day. Look, this is an issue close to my heart for a number of reasons. Women and girls should be able to aspire to any career, and it's fair to say that I've spent a lot of my professional life, with 20 years in courtrooms and then 17 in the Parliament, supporting women and girls pursuing careers in those disciplines. Now I have for the last 20 years or so supported Indigenous women, particularly as law students, having a career in that regard. But what has become really evident is the evolution, I'm about to enter my third area of but I had, like a lot of young people, I've done my sort of physics and chemistry and mathematics in what was then called years of separation years, and moved to Pacific to have an opportunity to pursue those. And here I find, 45 years later, actually, this week in between Parliament, I've been attending lectures on space law at University of Adelaide, the other university building. Why is that important? I think, even at my age, I think it is important that we look at. education. Can I also mention that both primary and secondary schools are partnering with industry now, and through this we've seen an increased number of girls wanting to pursue a career in STEM. I think this is because girls that have been exposed to female role models see that scientists don't all wear lab coats and our engineers don't all run around in high-vis jackets. There are a lot of other very important roles that are carried out in the career options that are there. And again, it's really important that we don't really stereotype this type of presentation, because it can have the effect of putting girls off a career in that regard. In 2019, the Department's STEM Scholarship Program for underrepresented students, that's the low SES and Aboriginal students, attracted more females, so had 72% females sign up to that, with 28% male students. Many of our state schools are now involved in programs targeting girls in STEM, for example, Girls in the Middle, Advanced Technology Program, STEM Sister, and STEMable, all programs designed to target girls. We know that 75% of the fastest growing industries need some form of science, technology, engineering and math skills. And while schools might not know exactly how you'll end up using those skills, they know a lot of good ways that they can teach them. I will say in this regard, when I was down at the law school this morning, before Parliament got started, we were doing some work in relation to the law around space junk, space debris. And I have to say that, because I have no engineering skills at all, that the mind boggles at the work opportunities, the career opportunities in relation to that. And now that we have the announcement made of the Space Agency in Adelaide, and we have a launching program out of Port Lincoln that the state government is pursuing, I can't tell you the activity of interest amongst our younger people, even as low as primary school. Late last year I did a number of graduations for Year 7s, like the local member does, and you go along and you talk about what's happening in the space. And I can't tell you how many kids who got up to later say, yes, I'm Mary Smith and I'm going to be a nurse or whatever, and they stand up and say, well, I was going to be a nurse, but now I'm going to be a space engineer. And it's just captured the imagination. They don't see themselves as getting in a rocket, let me say. That was my generation. They actually see themselves as putting satellites up there, actually enhancing the communications world, meteorology, obviously all of the agricultural pursuits, climate management, all of these things are a huge area just in one spectrum, I suppose, of that industry. And it certainly has captured the minds of a number. And I just think every time I'm dealing with the sort of legal implications of risk and who we can sue when one bit of satellite falls off and hits another bit of satellite, if France has put it up and it's a satellite made by the Chinese, who's going to pay when it falls down and causes some injury in Australia? I mean, these are all the complications with the legal world. You don't need to worry about that. I'm going to have it all done. But obviously we'll continue to work, and as Attorney General, we'll continue to work in setting up the parameters of that. But what's important is that the industries that are blossoming from the agency arrangements that we have is extraordinary. We've had an approach to rejoin the European agency, which is has some 22 countries in it. And I mention that because we actually used to be in it until the early 70s. There was a change of sort of political will towards space, and we closed our agency, and so that was in the era when everyone was, rocketing off to the moon. But it's come back in a different form, and now it's satellites, probably the size of this microphone, that are going up there on a daily basis to provide an enormous amount of future connection and opportunity. And I have to tell you, the opportunities there are mind-blowing. In the meantime, what we've done is recently put in $250 million to 139 of our government schools to modernise their STEM facilities. Again, we understand, I think, the importance, and certainly we've had the advice on this, but infrastructure isn't everything. But it is helpful when it modern vehicles and the capacity for, make an environment in which young people want to be involved. And also a good cause for communities, because they also need to feel proud about what their kids and their destination and these opportunities for them. So we're really pleased about that. With the capacity that now is available for young people, I would have been addressing them as a famous scientist and not just career options. And I'm very pleased and proud of the career options I've taken. I think that it's important to be active in whatever area of interest you pursue and be good at it and be proud of it. But I can tell you the world needs more of all of your geniuses, and we can't imagine that we're going to be able to progress as a state without you. So it's very, very important to us, but it's also important that we hear from groups such as IET as to how we might stimulate further as a government these prospects and opportunities for you all. So look, good luck with that. I know that you're going to have an interesting evening discussing the future pursuits, and I wish you well with that. Unfortunately, Parliament is sitting, so I'm going to have to sort of shuffle off, but I'm very pleased to have had the chance to be here. Congratulations on your career choices to date, and my very best wishes for your future success and happiness. And as I said to the people recently in an address, I think parents and children are all the same all around the world. Parents just want for their children a successful, accomplished, happy, safe life, preferably to marry well. Most children just want to have a million social media followers, but eventually they grow up and they want to be able to take a slice of the world and be part of it. So good luck with that. Thank you very much.